Hi everyone, it's Janis here. Decision making is an integral part of being a human. We're all learning this skill ever since we are little kids, deciding whether to choose chocolate or vegetables, play Xbox or study. As we grow older, the decisions that we make become more complicated, while the consequences become more serious. I don't have to tell you that the decisions you're making today will determine your future, and how you invest your time today will determine how quickly you will achieve your goals. But decision making is not an easy thing, because if it would be, then people wouldn't be making so many bad decisions. It's not that people want to make bad decisions, it just happens that there are all these emotional triggers and noise while we make decisions, so we end up making poor decisions. So before we dive into the concepts and strategies on how to improve your decision making skills, let's have a look at some of the main reasons why people are making poor decisions. Incomplete or false information. We now live in the internet age where information is available to almost everybody, and lots of it. The problem is that information, for the most part, is uncontrolled, meaning that anyone can post whatever they want. So when you do your research, you might come across information that is not true. This works hand to hand with confirmation bias. Confirmation bias refers to our tendency to search for and favor information that confirms our beliefs, while simultaneously ignoring or devaluing the information that contradicts our beliefs. Emotions. Humans are emotional creatures, I would say too emotional, and that's why marketers are using emotions to influence our buying decisions. And as you have probably noticed, it works. A lot of times we buy stuff that we don't really need. It is also common to get emotionally attached. Let's say I have a friend, we'll call him Pete. Pete is a good friend of mine and I really like and respect him. Pete doesn't know it, but he has a huge influence on me. One day Pete starts to smoke and he's telling me that it's cool to smoke and all the cool kids do that. Because I respect Pete, I believe that what he's telling is truth and I'll probably start to smoke as well, even if I think that it's not healthy and good for me. Rush and hurry. Our lives are in a constant hurry. We have deadlines to meet and we're busy all the time. So it's no wonder that one of the biggest problems in decision making is rush decisions that we later have to regret. At first, it might seem like there is not much we can do with our deadlines, but usually people themselves create situations where they have to make rush decisions. If my boss asks me to prepare the presentation about market research, in most cases, he will give me some time to do that. It's unlikely that he will suddenly from thin air want a presentation in the next 3 hours. I might be given a week or at least a couple of days to do a proper research and come up with a good action plan. In our case, we'll use week as an example. So at the point of getting the task, it seems reasonable to prepare the presentation in 1 week. So if I think it will take me 10 hours to prepare everything, I can easily spend 2 hours each day and by the end of the week, I'll have the job done. But this is not what the most people will do. Most people will procrastinate till the last day and then be like, oh my god, I have so little time left and my boss needs a presentation today. And when you're in a position like this, you'll probably make bad decisions. As you can see, we're surrounded by an environment that can have a huge influence on how we're making our decisions. And this environment in no way is helping us to make good decisions in our life. So we have to be smart about how we're going to tackle this so needed skill of decision making. Number 1, decisions must go in line with your goals. When you have to make a decision, you should think about how this decision will impact your goals. Making a decision that is not in line with your goals will turn out to be a disaster because it will contradict with your beliefs and restrict you from achieving your goals. If you want to play football and that is your goal, then picking up any other sports will contradict with your ultimate goal. You also need to think about your physical condition. So when you are making a decision about how to spend your spare time, you should think about how to include some physical activities in your plan. Going to the gym would be a better hobby than playing chess. Number 2, small decisions make a huge impact. From first, it might seem correct to think that all that matters are big, huge decisions that we make in our life, like what career path to choose or in which university to study. And while it's true that these decisions matter, we often forget about little daily decisions that add together and make a huge difference in our life. If you look around, you will notice that these little everyday decisions and actions lead to extraordinary results. If you write a blog, You'll not be successful with one viral post. Yes, you might gain a boost in traffic, but that will not guarantee you success. What will guarantee your success is the decision to write daily and post consistent content over extended periods of time. Deciding to eat at McDonald's will leave a bad impact on your goal if you're trying to lose some weight. And if you want to build some muscle, then skipping a gym session is not a good idea. These are tiny decisions that have tiny impact on the goal, but repeated over and over will result in you never achieving your goal. Number 3, take yourself out of the situation. As I mentioned above, one of the biggest challenges in making decisions is that people tend to make emotional decisions. And the decision that is made on an emotional wave is probably not a good decision. A great technique is to imagine that you're not in the situation by yourself, but you're giving advice to your best friend. This way, you have all the reasons to make the right decisions for your friend, and you will not be emotional because you're not in the scene. This is how it would look like. Let's say I've started a new business, and 6 months later I find myself struggling with everything. I have problems with my team, it's hard to manage, and they're not getting on very well. My product is having some issues, and I'm getting bad feedback from my customers, and sales are quite bad as well. So I start to think if I should keep going or just quit and do something else. If I want to make a decision while I'm in this situation, I'll be very emotional. I mean, who wouldn't be in this kind of a situation? But what I can do to make a better decision is to imagine that my best friend is in this situation and I give him advice about what to do. When I look at the situation without emotions, I'll be able to make a much better decision. Another great tip that I use myself quite often is making just good enough decisions. When you want to make a perfect decision, you will always overthink and overplan, and that will lead to procrastination. Remember that all the decisions that you make can be changed. As you grow your knowledge and experience, you will change your decisions to better ones. If you want to manage your time better, have more structure in your life, and achieve your goals, make sure you check out my time planning application. You can set goals and track progress towards them, create time blocks and build your own daily structure, as well as log your time and measure your performance. Best of all, it's totally free. So press here to check it out right now. I'm working on new videos every day, so be sure you subscribe so you don't miss my next episode.